Welcome in, football fans, to some Thursday night action in the SFLm, where we have the Wolves of Anchorage taking on the Aces of San Diego. The last time these two teams met, Anchorage dominated San Diego at home. Now they're on the road, traveling south to sunny California, where they're going to attempt to beat the Aces at home, a feat that no other team has been able to pull off. I'm DJ Kilgannon. I'll be your play-by-play broadcaster for the evening. Tonight, I am joined by the legendary Charles Doherty. It's great to have you, Charles. How are you feeling about the matchup tonight?
Legendary. Okay. All right. But I'm feeling good about the matchup. Like you said, man, San Diego, they are an entirely different team. They take on a new, level of competition when they're playing at home. They do not like to lose at home. They enjoy the home cooking. Anchorage is going to have a tough battle against San Diego, and I can't wait to see what happens on the field.
Yeah, they sure do. You know, they're a whole different ball game when they're sleeping in their own bed, tucked under their own covers. But now, on the football field, they're a whole different mean animal. And I love those San Diego jerseys, the black into the purple. Very clean. And the all whites for Anchorage to match. Let's get started, folks.
Yeah. As long as I can see the numbers, DJ, I'm happy.
I'm right there with you, partner. I am right there with you. And we are off. Kickoff going to be fielded and taken upfield. A decent little return. Going to take you just shy of the 40-yard line. Let's get an early start at introducing this San Diego offense. The leader of it, the captain themselves, Dakota West leading the helm. Halfbacks, Caleb Rex, Richard Powers, and fullback Joe Duncan. Receivers going to be Hunter Jacobs, Terry Money, and Nick Fritchley. Tight end Goose Busters. And the offensive line consisting of Queen Porter, Jackson Barito, and Bruce White. And have an offset eye towards the left side to start this offensive drive. West going to take a 5-step drop, plenty of time. Attacks over the middle of the field, plenty of space for Fritchley to pull that catch in.
And plenty of time is right. I mean, Dakota West has to be high-fiving it with that offensive line. And you know what that strikes me about West? I think he's one of the tallest guys, if not the tallest guy on the field at 6'8". So, they're going up against those tall defensive linemen for Anchorage, but he's 6'8", so he sees over pretty much everybody on the field.
Yeah, they are a very tall glass of water, if you will, in that backfield for San Diego. Maybe a quick 2-step drop, attacking again to the middle of the field. That time it's your big tight end, Goose Busters. Now, while we have some time, let's take a look at the defense here of Anchorage. Your defensive line going to consist of Jad McPherson and Finn Steele. Your linebackers, Bobby Green, Duncan Onham, and Zachary Babineau. Your defensive backs going to be Julian Gasca, Erica Belmont, and Spider Webb, your sole safety. And special teams unit going to be Joe Garfield as the kicker, and Trace Welsh will be punting. You can see a run up the middle there. Looks like Caleb is just able to push forward for the first.
Yeah, I mean, and Zachary Babineau gave it a shot, but the power of that running back was just enough to get that first down.
Yeah, almost got folded folded past the sticks there. Seemed like the ball just got past. A nice, consistently put together drive here. A lot of mixing up the offensive looks. West again going to fire it to the middle of the field. Looks like they are certainly living in that area of Goose Busters again.
Yeah, and Babineau was on coverage, the linebacker, and it looks like he was out of position on that one. And Dakota West, the cagey quarterback that he is, just made best of it and put the ball just where it had to be.
Yeah, absolutely. San Diego firing on all cylinders up to this point, already into the red zone. They're looking as dominant as usual at home so far. Only one drive, though. Still plenty of ball left to be played. An I-form look. Another pass for West. That one thrown quickly to the right-hand side of the field, connecting with it's number 10 for the offense.
It's one thing that. Oh, so go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's one thing to have that quick drop back, which is great for a quarterback, especially early in the game. But it's another to get, Dakota West makes the read so quickly and he's able to get rid of the ball. It's really hard to defend.
Yeah, absolutely is. That one going to be the delayed draw up the middle. Going to be brought down 2 yards shy of the stick. And again, it's Zachary Babineau getting involved. I feel like we're going to say his name quite a bit here, Charles.
Yeah, definitely. He is one of the captains on defense there, and he navigates that field pretty quickly. He sees the opportunity and closes it down quickly.
Sure does. An offset eye going to be here again. That one handed off right up the middle. And the very tough running Calum Rex rolls over a defender or two to push it past the sticks.
He's 6'1", 220. I really like his what is it? His stubbornness, I guess, for lack of a better word. He just does not quit. He just keeps churning those legs and is able to add another 3.
Absolutely. Again, a throw to the middle. It seems like Dakota West has been able to completely dissect the center point of this zone coverage when it comes to the linebacking scheme of how they're covering the middle of the field.
And it's always great to have a target like Goose Busters, 6'4" tight end, great route runner, and when he's looking for somebody to be reliable, he's the man.
Sure is, and who else is reliable is Calum Rex. Gets the handoff and takes it untouched. A great display of blocking up front. Calum Rex pushing in for another touchdown on his great season.
I mean, that's what you call a tone-setting drive. They get the ball first, they mix it up, the short pass, quick drop backs, accurate, no mistakes, great offensive line blocking. They put 6 up on the board, looking at 7, and really putting the onus on the Anchorage offense to see how they're going to respond.
Yeah, I mean, starting the game, it's like getting dealt pocket aces. San Diego did. They stayed in play, and they won the whole pot off of that drive.
Nice. Well played. I like how you did that. You incorporated the aces into that. That's pretty
Oh,
slick,
man.
man.
I'm telling you, I'm a
Slick.
gambler at heart. Those gambling jokes are going to be here all night. Beautiful stadium atmosphere here. Love the purple. I'm very biased to the purple in stadiums and uniforms, especially.
Okay, good to know.
As that one's going to get nailed in the back of the end zone for Anchorage. That's Elliott Pope Jr. Speaking of Elliott Pope Jr., let's get a chance to talk about this Anchorage offense. Mikkel Pajak, your QB under center. John Osmosis, Aunt Tim, and Chevy Monte Carlo going to be your 3 people in the backfield. Not for the offense. Going to have bunch to the top side of your screen now. Pajak going to be under center. Going to see a pitch to the right-hand side. It's Tim getting involved early. Only a gain of 1 that time, though.
Well, Aunt Tim he gets when he's gets his motor running, he's tough to stop. Last couple games, he's been very solid, rushing over 100 yards, and a lot of credit to that offensive line as well for Anchorage. And the coaches for Anchorage really set up a good playbook to get everybody involved.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of unorthodox runs and some successful passing more often than not. That time, though, a very tight spot to throw that one into. Horizon Breeze just made a great play, hitting the receiver at the right time.
I mean, it's amazing for me to see Pajak out there. He's from Poland, doesn't have, total command of the English language, but he's still able to communicate to his players and be effective on the field.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Commands them very well. The Polish captain, if you will.
Polish rifle.
I like that. Oh, talk about a rifle. A more dangerous weapon. Getting shot out of a cannon off of that edge. It looks like a bit of a corner blitz being incorporated. That's Brian Williams coming off the edge untouched.
Yeah, that was not expected by that offensive line. Did not cover him in the pass blocking, and Pajak had to pay for it.
Sure did. Now the aforementioned Trace Welsh going ahead and punting this one off. Spends his time in Queen City, up in the SFL, where he gets his leg warm for these SFLm games.
And so far, EJ, I mean, we looked at a near perfect drive for San Diego on that first possession, and let's see what they can build on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, as someone who calls a bit of SFL games yourself, and watches a good bit of the content, I'm sure, San Diego reminds me of an Albuquerque almost, how they are just a completely different team at home, and I think we're seeing a good display of that already.
Yeah, that's spot on.
See another pass. Dakota West trying to get away from the pass rushers, but to no avail.
Wow, that was Weatherington that dropped the storm on the Aces quarterback.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt. When you turn around, you're expecting to have some open field in front of you, not a defensive end staring at you
Yeah.
in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see one coming to your front, so you turn your back hip, turn around, try and run the other way, and you just see the same sight. It's a scary one. Another pass here for West. That time it gets off and connects with the receiver over the middle. That's number 10 again for San Diego.
Yeah, I mean Maldonado brought it in and is putting them in a good situation on 3rd and 4, and they've got pretty much the entire playbook available for them.
They absolutely do, and a great way to bounce back after what was a devastating sack to start the drive. Now they've bounced back well. Let's see if they again attack the middle of the field. They won't. They'll pitch it to Rex, tries to bounce it inside, and no luck at all. Gets swallowed up for a loss of 1.
Yeah, and I think Bobby Green led the charge on that one. Just went through the gap and shut it down.
Yeah, Bobby Green, sensational inside box linebacker, does a great job of stopping the run. Pretty good in the pass department as well. Oh, is the returner getting a little bit slippery as he was able to get up the sideline a little bit. And as we have some time, let's get over some of these other Anchorage players. Kevin Parker, Joey Hightower, Elliott Pope Jr., and Bobby Tarantino going to be your receivers. Sanj Singh, your tight end, and your offensive line. A very stacked one, may I add. Jackie Jones, Jess Fullerton, Galarza Rose Steele, and Demon Pickle. That time, a pitch to Tim. Trying to get some receivers blocking on the edge, but just too many bodies out there. Tim going to get wrangled down after a gain of 2.
I think we're going to see a ton of pitches out of that offense for Anchorage. They love to run that, and for that it has to be quick execution, and those linebackers and wide receivers on that side really need to be able to block the best they can.
They sure do. Pajak staying strong in the pocket and uses that Polish rifle he's got to fire it downfield to no avail. It's a little bit too powerful, and the coverage was very, very tight on the receiver. We're going to have to see another throw out of him now, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I think that was his only choice. Looked like the defense had it well covered, and had to lead him to see if maybe Hightower could get some separation.
Yeah, I don't hate it, absolutely. Another bunch look. This time Pajak rolls to the left, fires back to the right. A great defense there from the defensive back. That's 25 for San Diego, making a great play on the ball there. That's Ness Genkel.
Yeah, Genkel, as well as the rest of that secondary, is really playing well so far early in this first quarter. They've been blanketing the wide receivers and not giving any options for Pajak.
Yes. And yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, the coverage is spot on. Pajak, having a good bit of time to throw, but the route's just not really developing. Downfield especially. Hunter Jacobs gets a chance to return that one. Going to be just shy of the 45.
Here we go. I mean, let's see what Dakota West does on this one. I mean, I think get him a little bit more involved in that passing game, and especially to the tight end there, Goose Busters. I mean, I think they've got a good 1-2 punch. Let's see if they use it on this series.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. I form. Going to see a pitch to that left-hand side. Rex going to fight ahead for 2 yards, and again, it's Babineau on the tackle.
I think it's going to be hard running against this Anchorage line. I mean, the line's strong, and the linebackers are very, very quick. Yep. So, again, back to that comment, they need to make use of that short to mid-range pass routes to see if they can soften up that defense a bit.
5-step drop, and they attack the left side of the field, and a great throw again. It's their leading receiver of the season, Goose Busters.
Yeah, he's a weapon. I said it before. We'll see him targeted a lot tonight. He's a great route runner and makes good adjustments. He does looks back at the quarterback, and he makes the right adjustments to get the ball right in his hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And the defensive back trying to stay in front, but it's hard whenever your back is to the QB, of course, and you're trying to keep up with the receiver to make a play. But again, we're going to see an I form here, maybe another pitch for West. Oh, we're going to see some motion this time. Not something we often see out of this look. I believe that's Terry Money making his way to the right side of the formation, and it is. West surveying the defense. They hand it off. They don't. Play action. Oh, wow. What a throw and catch from West to Terry.
Yeah, I mean, he is on fire tonight. They got to do something to disrupt the rhythm of West. Doing
Mhm.
those short dropbacks, got to, maybe send an extra blitzer in there, something to throw him off, because right now he's really controlling the field.
8 for 8, over 100 already for West. We're going to see some more motion. Last time we saw that, Terry Money had a huge completion. Keep an eye on him. Takes it 2 to that top side of your screen. The offset eye gets the look, though, as Caleb Rex has a ton of room to run. Brings it
Oh,
inside
step
the
down.
3. And he's eventually forced out of bounds.
Yeah, I think if he maybe would have cut in and maybe lowered that shoulder, we might have been looking at some points. But good run nonetheless. That edge was set for him, and Kalen Rex is coming back and high fiving the offensive line for setting him up perfectly.
Yeah, for sure. The tackle held the edge beautifully. And, like you said, Caleb Rex is the type of back that can roll over a defender like that. Not sure why he didn't attempt it, but still, inside the 1 and it's first and goal. It's going to be hard not to score from here. The offset eye going to get the look again. It's a pitch and a touchdown. Richard Powers showing his power as he pushes through Babineau for the score.
Another great series by San Diego. I mean, they are coming up aces on their offensive drives, and Anchorage has got to come up with something on defense to stop the Dakota West, and make bad decisions. And on offense, they have to get something going. So far, we're looking at cold offense and defense for they're from Alaska, but man, they gotta be a little warmer on the field.
You absolutely do. And you look back at the 2 games San Diego has played at home. One of them against the Flight, where they won 59-17, an absolute dominant showcase. Against New York, narrowly defeating the Gargoyles 21-18. But if you look back at the last game that San Diego and Anchorage played, it was very one-sided in the favor of Anchorage. Anchorage defeated San Diego 45-6. And now you can see how well the home field advantage is playing into the face of San Diego here.
Yeah, and I know San Diego's was chomping at the bit to get a kind of a revenge match against Anchorage.
Yeah, I can only imagine so. You're going to see an offset single back look here. A nice nickel look, set up defense for San Diego. Ajak in a survey and pitch it to the right side to Tim. And San Diego's done a great job of holding the edge on these pitches.
And in particular on that play, Horizon Breeze just read it from the snap, and great closing speed, and was able to shut it down for just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, absolutely. Another nickel look here. We're going to see a very similar look, just flipped. This time it's a run up the middle. Going to be bottled up for only a gain of 2. Going to be third and kind of scary here for Anchorage.
Like we said earlier in the game, DJ, the secondary for San Diego has just been blanketing those wide receivers. Let's see if they can come up with something creative to get some separation here.
They're back to the bunch look again. Very comfortable passing out of this. Pajak shoots to that middle of the field spot, and it connects with Kevin Parker past the sticks. There you go. One completion is sometimes all it takes to get the momentum in your favor. Let's see if it keeps swaying that way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good catch and good execution, but they really, really needed get that first down. They had to have something to build on.
Again, back to this same look. Again, it'll be a pitch, and again, San Diego bottles it up. 58 in the middle for San Diego. I believe that's it's Nick Rogers has been looking menacing in the middle. He seems to be the one to get there first on those pitches every time. Seems like it's his assignment almost.
It seems like that's his assignment, but it also seems like they schemed for that pitch play,
yeah, for sure.
coming into this game, and so far they've got it wired.
Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. We still got 3 quarters of football to go. We'll see you back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. I'm DJ Kilgannon, your play-by-play broadcaster this evening. And again, joined by the one, the only, Charles Doherty in the booth with me, my analyst for the evening. And the Polish rifle shoots that one to the left side. Great throw.
Joey Hightower is one of Pajak's favorite targets, because he's pretty much money when you throw it to him. On that one, had the defender, it looks like the safety, number 20, Donde's Talacarne was closing in for a big hit, but he focused and was able to bring that in. And that's the type of assurance you need for a quarterback to, as far as finding a reliable target.
Sure is. And again, just have a single back in the backfield this time. We're going to see some motion across the formation. That's the former Rebel, Joey Hightower, moving to the bottom side of your screen. Payjack, enough time to throw, moves to his left, and he's going to take off, splitting the linebackers as he slides down as 4 different San Diego defenders dive over him.
And he's not built for that type of running down the field, but man, on that one, it looks like he's done it before.
Yeah.
He's able to slide too. I mean, if you're a coach, you don't like it when your quarterback, tucks it in and runs like that, but you feel a little better when you know that they have the wherewithal to slide.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a smart back. He doesn't want to take those hits and a draw up the middle. That's some of the running we're used to. It sure was. Anchorage does well of incorporating unorthodox rushing schemes into their playbooks. We're seeing some draws. We've seen plenty of offset pitches as well.
Yeah, I think they're trying to, maybe stretch the bounds of their playbook out a little bit and find some success, and they did on that draw play.
They sure did, and that time a sneak. Payjack.
Okay.
I call him the master of the sneak every once in a while because they break it out so frequently, and he does it so very well. Times the slides very well.
Tell you what, as a former coach in the SFL, every time the quarterback runs with it, I hold my breath.
Yeah, I almost share that sentiment. Being a GM in Chicago, I kind of feel just a smidge differently with type attack at the back.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Oh, that looked like maybe a horse collar there. Let's see.
Yeah,
face mask. Yeah, pulled him down from the other side of his helmet. Can't do that. Number 39 for Anchorage. Going to get some lashings on the sideline for that one, I'm sure.
Any offensive coordinator in the league will take a 1st and 2.
I'm sure will. That's something you're not often going to see. Screenshot. If you had that in your bingo card, you're a liar. Yep. And again, a sneak. I love it.
Yep.
Houdini out here.
It's hard to react because the defense, they don't have time to close that gap, and Paycheck's already got a yard and a half by the time they close in.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to stay back because of how often they're doing those plays right there. The pitch that time, it's a pitch to the fullback, very well drawn up. That's John Osmosis.
Yeah, and they've got Osmosis in, like you said, in at fullback. They're mixing things up and making best use of their talent on offense, and I'm liking this drive so far. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, certainly their most well-sustained drive up to this point, and hopefully is going to continue. A pass from Payjack over the middle. The defender lays into the receiver just before it gets there.
Yeah, Talacarne was all over that. It wasn't the most accurate pass by Payjack tonight, but yeah, there was no way there was going to be a completion. It was blanketed by Dondez Talacarne.
It sure was, and a great display of blocking from the back. Saved Payjack's life on what would have been a devastating hit. As he surveys this nickel defense of San Diego, drops back, shoots it to the middle of the field. That time the slant is caught. That's Hightower who pushes ahead for the first down.
And it was just, it wasn't a high velocity pass by Payjack. Just dropped it in the bread basket in the arms of Hightower, and he just scooted for that first down. I mean, wasn't the prettiest play you've seen, but it was very effective.
Yeah, absolutely was. Placed it where he had to, where the defensive back behind him couldn't make a play. And their well-sustained drive continues. So they have a very heavy set offensive line towards that right side. Highform is going to hand it off right up the middle.
Oh.
It's the Aunt Tim who was lined up at the fullback spot.
Yeah,
I love it, changing their backfield. They sure are.
I didn't see who was lined up at halfback. It might have been Osmosis, but man, they are. If you're Osmosis or Aunt Tim, going to be lining up at some places you may not be used to.
Let's see if they hand this one off to Osmosis up the middle. He's that offset backer there, and they will. He's just short though. A huge play by 56 of the defense. That's Horizon Breeze.
Yeah, Breeze was another big play by Breeze tonight. Just, was disciplined, stayed in the lane, and was able to shut it down.
I imagine we're going to see another run here. Will we see another QB sneak from Pajak? We won't, but we will see a fullback dive. Ant Tim punches it in. First score of the game for Anchorage.
And he went in there standing up. That was a great blocking by the offensive line. Nice gap for him to just kind of stroll right in, and I don't even know if he was touched.
Yes, certainly wasn't touched by a defender. Now an extra point's going to cut this to a 1-touchdown lead in a very solid way for their offense to bounce back. They looked stagnant for a little bit there, Charles, but on that drive, they were connecting on all cylinders.
Yeah, exactly. And, DJ, Anchorage needed that. I mean, they're going up against San Diego, like we said, at home. They are fierce. They got 14 up on the board. They had to walk away with some points, and they answered.
They sure did. Came up with a score when they needed it. If we would have seen another score for San Diego unanswered, it would have been scary. That situation is forgotten because it's impossible. That one going to be kneeled in the end zone. It's Maldonado catching that.
So we saw adjustments on offense by Anchorage. Let's see what they do on defense to see if they can disrupt Dakota West and his timing.
Absolutely. Maybe some more pressure, maybe some more defensive backs in the middle, because it seems like Dakota has just attacked the middle of that defense to perfection up to this point. We see a delayed draw to Caleb Rex. He attacks the middle of the offensive line, goes untouched till that second level for a gain of 4.
Dexter Coakley, nice tackle there. Keep it from only 4 yards. Could have been a lot more.
Certainly could have. Dakota West feeling as confident as ever, I can imagine. A 4-3 look here from Anchorage. Very tight coverage from these cornerbacks on the top and bottom of your screen. As we do see a run to that left-hand side. Going to be brought down 2 yards short of the sticks. That's Richard Powers who had the ball there.
Yeah, Bobby Green brought him down just short of the sticks, and this is a big third down for Anchorage. See if they can dig in and get the ball back for Pajak and the adjustments they made. See if they can keep building on it.
And I hope to see a stop. Things could get scary. The offset eye is going to hand it off. Oh, it's called short.
Close. That was close.
It sure was. I believe that was Babineau who shot the gap and made the hit. They will challenge. I don't hate it.
I don't hate that at all.
Yep.
I mean, it was close. I think they're gonna get the first down on this.
Yeah, let's see. San Diego calling the bluff of Anchorage here. Let's get a better look at it. Caleb Rex.
Yeah.
Not a great angle.
Turned his back, and that's
Let's see.
that's not a good. Yeah.
That's close. I think he might be short by an inch.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see.
It does stand.
Oh, wow. Okay, that was so close.
It sure was. The initial call will stand.
It's hard when you turn your back, DJ. I mean, if he would have been leaning forward the entire time, I think he would have had that momentum and maybe let the ball would have crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I share the sentiment. You got to maintain positioning of the football further downfield at all times. Just a way of further pushing the ball upfield, and if that would have happened, you're right, it certainly would have been a first.
I'll tell you what. Elliot Pope Jr. is the returner on punts, and he has no fear whatsoever.
Brave
I
man.
would have fair catched that and gone to the sideline and had a juice box. He just wanted to run for some reason. Wow.
Yeah, that could have been a Red Bull ad because Pope
right.
Jr. had no fear. Let's see how San Diego will adjust now after Anchorage's successful drive. See if they make any changes. A very basic run for them, not too common. Ant Tim going to push ahead for 4.
He needs his reps. Ant Tim needs his reps, and
Yep.
in the second half he'll start start breaking it for a little bit longer. But you got to keep him in the ball game, and you got to keep him in the play calling.
Absolutely. Going to see another I form here. A very packed box, however, for San Diego. Looks like 9 there. A lot of pressure being brought by Pajak. Oh, my goodness! Tries to connect with Hightower, but it snagged. One of the best picks I've ever seen. That's Ness Genkel with the one-handed grab.
Yeah, Pajak did not, tried to lead the wide receiver on that pass. Genkel was in great position
Ooh.
to bring that in. I mean, I don't think Pajak, when he was throwing it, thought that Genkel was going to be able to show so much athleticism and get that ball.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we saw the press be made within 5 yards of the line, and then Genkel able to turn her hips and stay in front of the receiver. Very nice display of athleticism. Now Dakota West has the ball back for San Diego. Let's see what they can do. They're going to start with a run to Rex. Barrels over a
Wow.
defender and fights for more. Eventually, Babineau wrangles him down.
Big run on first down for 8. And it didn't look like it was going to be 8, my friend. It looked like it may have been a handful of yards, but
Yep.
nice effort by Genkel to extend that play.
Oh, my goodness. You see Terry Money holding the block,
Yep.
and then he just slips off at the worst moment possible. Eric Belmont just got leveled. Someone check on him.
And Terry Money's only 5'10", 200 pounds, and he's, playing
Like a
like somebody's like
bulldog.
250.
Love it. Not afraid of some contact. Neither is Rex, clearly, after that run. Some more fantastic blocking, but it's only going to be inches. I don't think we'll see a replay of that, but Terry Money completely pancaked one of those corners, making a name for himself in the blocking game.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a luxury when you have wide receivers that are great run blockers. It
Yep.
really sets up that edge.
Sure does. Now you just need an inch. Let's see how they go about getting it. You have one back in the backfield. You go with a pitch play, and Caleb
Wow.
Rex gets brought down a yard short. I don't think I agree with the call there, Charles.
That was Zachary Babineau had one of the best tackles of the game. I mean,
Yep.
just read that from the start and was able to bring him down in the backfield, making it 4th and 1. I mean, needed to do that, stop the momentum for San Diego, and now Anchorage has a shot to possibly put some points up.
Yep, it sure did. And, it's interesting because you only need an inch, but you take the longest possible route to the first down with
Right.
that pitch rather than just up the middle, or anything like that. And it bit him in the butt.
Yeah, I mean, if you got somebody on the edge there waiting for you, those pitches can really be a disaster. You
Yep.
got to catch them. The pitches obviously work best when you catch them by surprise.
For sure. Offset eye here, or offset single back, excuse me. Going to see some motion. That's Kevin Parker's making his way to the top of your screen. A pair of receivers there now, as we do see a pitch again. Aunt Tim gets wrangled down after a gain of 2.
We're seeing a lot of motion tonight on both sides, and I
Yep.
think that's smart, trying to get a read for what kind of coverage the defense is playing, and possibly make an audible.
Yep. And it's interesting. It seemed like they were trying to take the eyes away from that side of the field by motioning him away. And a great throw to Parker. The aforementioned motion man on the last play gets targeted this time, and a great catch past the sticks.
Now, what a solid route run by Parker there. Positioned his body where the ball could only hit him. The defender was
Yep.
behind him, and really set up Pajak for an accurate strike and a effective yardage downfield.
Absolutely. Second quarter is going to hit now. Anchorage maintaining possession of the ball. Going to have an offset single back look here. A very familiar look as they're going to motion again. Maybe we'll see another pitch. But you see them bringing that defensive back down. They're
That's right.
clearly thinking the same thing.
Oh, well.
But it's going to be a draw up the middle. Nice job of switching it up. Gains 5.
And that draw is a good, level setter for the defense. They bring in someone to blitz at the top of the screen, the safety, and they backed off. But you need to be able to have them on their toes. If they can't be too confident on their blitz, they got to keep their eyes open and on a swivel.
Yep, for sure. This time going to be handed off right up the middle to Chevy Monte Carlo. Your big fullback pushes ahead, closing the gap between your line of scrimmage and first down marker, if not past it.
Love it when they get the fullback involved, and Chevy Monte Carlo is very reliable. Doesn't get the long runs, but he grinds and doesn't quit,
yeah.
and adds a couple to the run.
Yeah, for sure. He is a bruiser up in the middle of this running game. Great when he gets the ball, great for blocking, everything. Maybe an I-form look here. A heavy box for San Diego.
Oh,
We're going to see a sneak Pajak getting shifty. Looks like he jumped over a man and slides past the sticks, and we're going to see a timeout. from the
That's
aforementioned Anchorage.
it's been effective.
Yep.
But as it gets later in the game, I think that the quarterback might get a little tired. Maybe his grip on the ball might be a little lighter. That's when I start holding my breath, like I said earlier.
Yeah, as you mentioned, there was a game formerly where he ran a bunch of sneaks and he only fumbled one of them, but it was a very bad one to fumble, if my memory serves me right. Be a passing down here for Pajak. Attacks the right side of the field in double coverage. That one falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Targeting the 6'6" tight end there, hit him. Singh had to bring that in, but blanketed by defenders, and that was a hard one.
Yeah, it sure was. Not going to be an easy one to catch with a linebacker in corner playing on you. A shift in the defensive line here. Calls for some motion. Elliot Popa Jr. making his way to the top of your screen, making it a pair of receivers up there. Pajak 5-step drop, attacks that left side of the field,
Holy
passing it
smokes.
past Genkel. Great throw to connect with Parker.
That pass, the defenders had no clue where that ball was going, and Parker just ran a route, put his hands down by his hips, and the ball just landed right in his gloves.
Spread look here for Pajak. 2-step drop and able to complete that. Shading from the left to middle. That's Bobby Tarantino getting involved. A great catch there.
So far, so good. I mean, this is looking like an impressive drive. Don't want to jinx it for Anchorage, but the ball placement has been spot on by Pajak on this series.
Sure has. Let's hope it continues as we see another single back look here. Pajak surveys the nickel defense of San Diego. 5-step drop, and again that left side of the field getting attacked at Sanj Singh.
Yep. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Singh gets the ball. I mean, he's a huge target out there, and it looked like they maybe had a little bit of a pick and roll going on out there as well to set him up with some separation.
Yeah, natural pick route developed on the sideline. And a great concept it was. Back to that same look now is Anchorage. 30 seconds to go in the second. Pajak going to throw again. Oh, and that one is intercepted. Ness Genkel is his kryptonite. Pulling that one in again, not so athletically this time, but just as impactful.
Pajak threw in the double coverage, and that is tough, especially throwing into the way San Diego's been playing tonight. Just stood there and just waited for the ball to hit his hands.
Sure did. That was one too many throws to the left side of the field for Genkel. She finally was like, that's enough, we're done. And
shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down indeed. She makes a huge impact on the game. Now I can only imagine San Diego is just going to be content running this one out. We're going to see some motion in the backfield, shifting over your fullback slightly. Going to be a draw up the middle. Caleb Rex going to scamper ahead for a gain of 4.
Yeah, well, we got up. Thought maybe we had an injury there, but yeah, just run the clock out. You've had a really solid first half and something to build on.
You'll see a offset eye here again. It's going to be another run up the middle. They are content going into the half, and they will do so. Richard Powers closes it out with a short run. He does what he needs to do. He kills the rest of that clock as we're going to see the zebra wave his hands. And both of these teams will go reconvene in their locker rooms. San Diego leading Anchorage 14-7 in this ball game. We still have 2 quarters of football to go. This could go in anyone's favor. Charles, what do you think?
I think, San Diego, they've shown it on both sides of the ball. Coverage downfield has been spot on. Dakota West has just been slinging it wherever at will, getting first downs and more. I think the offense of Anchorage needs to clean it up a bit, and the defense of Anchorage like I said it a couple times in the first half, they need to find a way to upset the cadence of West and that offense of San Diego, because they're pretty much playing, dictating the terms on the field, and something has to happen to break it up.
Welcome back, everybody. After that quick halftime break, we are back in sunny San Diego. As this sun has set and the night stars come out, cool breeze fills the air as San Diego's going to kick this one off. I'm DJ Kilgannon, your play-by-play broadcaster this evening. Joined, of course, by Charles Doherty with me in the booth, and, of course, Alex West pushing all the buttons in the truck.
You mentioned night stars. Let's see what kind of stars are going to be shining on the field. So far, most of them have been on the San Diego side.
They sure have. Defensively, Ness Genkel, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there, lined up, it looks like, against Joey Hightower. This Pajak is going to survey that defense and fire to the aforementioned Hightower, attacking Genkel. I love the confidence out of him, throwing it to his kryptonite that has been this game.
Now, the key with Hightower and his route running is he's so good at positioning his body for success. He just the ball, his body, the front of his chest down to his waist is facing where the ball's coming from the quarterback, and the quarterback has an easy target to hit.
You see a run to the left-hand side
nice.
this time. A nice little shifty juke as Osmosis is going to gain 4.
Thought it was going to be more, but hey, it was a nice little dipsy doodle.
Another I-form look here and a handoff right up the gut to Ant Tim. Tim has looked phenomenal whenever they are putting him in that fullback role.
Yeah, fullback, halfback. I mean, I'm waiting for him to line up as a wide receiver. He's killing it wherever they put him.
Sure are. A Swiss Army knife, if you will, in the backfield for Anchorage. You need it to survive that nasty Alaskan forest. So utilize it well. Right on the half-field mark. The handoff again up the middle. Oh, my goodness. Stuck behind a handful of blockers is Osmosis.
And Pat Redding was at the head of it and just shut it down.
You see another single back look here. Again, right on the 50. Pajak throwing this time, however. Shoots that one to the opposite side of the field, and what a catch! Kevin Parker jumping up above 2 defenders and hauling it in.
That is a dangerous pass by the Polish rifle there. Threw it into near double coverage and was able to get a reception there. I'm not, not to take any credit away from Parker, but man, that was a dangerous roll of the dice.
Spread look here for Pajak. He's confident now as they bring 2 extra blitzers. The pressure's there, but he stays calm and again attacking Genkel, throwing it to Hightower for another completion.
Just in stride. It looked like Hightower just did a fly route down the field, and we just got hit in stride there at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, firing on all cylinders surely is Anchorage up to this point. Going to see that bunch look flipped, however, this time to the bottom side of your screen. Going to be a delayed handoff. A great block from one of the linemen, but no luck on Tim Bruck down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, last time they were in this position, they threw that errant pass there into double coverage, and had the interception. Let's see if they're a little more judicious on their execution and see if they can get some points.
The nickel look here for San Diego. We're going to see some motion. That's Sanj Singh moving to the right side of the formation, maybe bringing an extra linebacker of San Diego. They won't. Pajak attacking the right side of the field, and it's Elliott Pope Jr. Great throw, great catch right on the money.
That was a small window, DJ. A very small window that closes quickly. Not a lot of field to work with either. DJ went straight to the end zone, straight to the corn dog stand, and the ball hit him right where it needed to be.
Yeah, right between the numbers. Had no trouble hauling that one in and just whizzed it by a handful of linebackers and then just past the defensive back who was trailing Pope. And Anchorage, after What was a rough start, battles back to tie at 14-14. 14 now unanswered for Anchorage.
They moved down that field so quickly. It was almost like they were down there in 2 plays into
Yeah,
the
they sure did.
red zone.
Yeah, just over 3 minutes on that drive. I mean, some big passing plays certainly helped. Nice return there for San Diego. And after what was such a fantastic start for them, has now turned stagnant. After the halftime talk, will they be able to get some momentum back in their favor and take this game back into their hands? To start off with an offset eye look against a very stout-looking defensive front here for Anchorage, overloading on that strong side. This Dakota West will pass off the back foot, only meets the hand of a wolf before it's batted down to the turf.
Yeah, they dialed it up, and they had man-to-man coverage, and they sent both linebackers, the middle and the outside, in to pressure the quarterback. He had to get rid of the ball quick, and that's what we were talking about. You got to do something to disrupt the cadence of Dakota West, and it worked perfectly on that play.
Sure did. Another I form here for San Diego. Going to be another pass, 5-step drop. Enough time to connect with the tight end, but doesn't. That throw just off the mark.
Yeah, just off the mark. I mean, maybe recovering from that last one, maybe his head's, his mind's, maybe moving a little faster than the play on the field and had to make a split decision. Should have probably held on to a second, let the play develop.
Spread look here for West. We have 5 upright receivers, including one off the line. Extra pressure, though, is there. Doesn't matter. A great throw towards the middle of the field and a very terrific catch there by Hunter Jacobs.
Yeah, and they sent, like you said, they sent the heat in, a linebacker blitz up the middle, and Dakota West, just patient in the pocket there and is able to get it out to Hunter Jacobs.
Very calculated, very precise as Dakota West.
I think they're more effective when they send more than one blitzer in. Let's see if they do it on this play.
Completely agree with you there. It'll be an offset eye. Run to the right side, however, only gains 2.
Bobby Green did the tackle on that one. 6'4", 247. But I swear, on the field, he looks like he's about 350.
It sure does. Looks like a mountain of a human. You see another I form again on the logo of the Aces. That one shot to the middle of the field, and again to Goosebusters, who pulls it in.
How the heck did he bring that in? How did Goosebusters bring that in? I thought that was going to be INT.
I sure did as well. The throw was very tight, but it was just on the mark enough for Goosebusters to be able to be the only one who got a hand on it. So we're going to see a trap run towards the middle. Caleb Rex going to get past the sticks as again 42 involved on that tackle. It's Bobby Green again.
A nice play there. I think they had a 3-wide look and just ran it up the middle and put the confidence on that offensive line to show them the way to the first down.
Going to be in the eye again. Nickel look with an extra defender on the line. Shoots that one over the middle again. It's completed. 86 for San Diego, connecting. That's Fritchley, if I'm not mistaken, his first catch of the game.
Yeah, it is. It's his first target and first catch, and nice route run as well, and was just able to get past the defender there and get Terrence Newman was on him, but lost a step there at the last second, got some separation, and we're looking at first down.
Sure did. Very comfortable in this eye and offset eye as they go back to it. A run up the middle, trying to find some space. Caleb Rex gains 2 on what looked to be maybe a loss. Some nice running there.
Let's see what they do. If they keep Trying that pass against the secondary of Anchorage who's shown some holes so far in their playbook. Let's see if they go either run or pass. I mean, I'm thinking they should stick to the run there because they've been pretty effective.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. As you motion a receiver to your bottom of your screen, West, the pressure is there, but they stand tall in the pocket. Just a risky throw as a defender for Anchorage was completely blanketing the receiver there. It was Eric Belmont.
Yeah, Belmont was all over it and actually got some grass and stains on his shirt. So, he earns his paycheck.
It sure does. Now this one going to be full spread here. West calling for the motion. That's number 10, making their way to the top side of the formation. Snap is called. 5-step drop, rolling to the left. The pressure's there, but does not matter. Dakota West connecting with Westbrook over the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Steele or McPherson, the defensive line for Anchorage did a little move inside and had a straight beeline towards Dakota West, but Dakota West took a couple extra steps, and that was just enough to get the play to develop and found wide receiver there right near the goal line, and we're looking at 1st and goal.
Their offset eye look here. Looks like some movement up front for Anchorage. You see the corner doesn't follow full suit across the field. Maybe that'll bite them. It doesn't, but we see a run just shy of the end zone. Caleb Rex falls maybe just a few inches shy. The ball going to be inside the 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking we're going to see a little bit more of Rex here as well. I mean, why not? Very effective here in the red zone.
Another offset eye look. I'd bet on a run. But we will see Busters move further out onto the formation to the bottom. And a pitch play beautifully designed. You bring out the extra blocker to the outside to help seal the edge. Terrific play calling from the side of San Diego. That's Richard Towers, if I'm not mistaken, getting his first touchdown of the season.
What a great way for San Diego to answer. I mean, Anchorage had a very solid drive to tie the ball game up. They get the ball back, and Dakota West just put the offense on his shoulders, led them down the field, and Caleb Rex sealed it with that nice run in here as they got in the red zone.
Sure did. 12-play, 67-yard drive, just about 5 yards per and some change. So they're going to now be kicking back to Anchorage. These offenses, Charles, feeling very bipolar. I mean, they're either having very long, dominant drives, or they're just fizzling out quick.
Yep, and this is the time of the game where fizzle is a bad word. You don't want to have.
Yeah.
You need to start. We're a 7-point deficit for Anchorage. They got to start putting points on the board, and San Diego just needs to keep their foot on the pedal.
Absolutely. You see an offset single back look here. San Diego again in the nickel. Going to be a run up the middle. Tim is brought down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the last series for Anchorage. They did a pretty good job of mixing up the play calling. They're at the point in the game. They're only down by 7. They don't need to lean on either side, and they can still use their full playbook at this point. So. No pressure, but they're going to have to look at putting some types of points on the board.
For sure. Singh moves to the opposite side of the line. Empty look for Anchorage. Gives Pajak enough time to roll to his left and tries to connect on the big play to Hightower. But Dondes Talacarne able to make the huge play, almost picking that one off.
Yeah, I mean, Talacarne's, frustrated, knew that should have brought that in and hit both the mitts, and, hopes he gets another shot at it.
You see a dime look here now. As the pressure is there, Pajak takes off up the middle. Tries to outrun the defensive lineman, but gets scoffed down from behind. That's big number 93 on the defensive front, Kevin Williams.
Pajak 6'2", 245, and not known for speed over ground, let's just say, and was able to brought down.
Yeah, see, now I gotta set up a off the side foot race between that defensive tackle and QB. I don't know who my money's on.
Should be the DT.
I'll take your word for it, partner.
It's called the hefty lefty for a reason.
That's right. Dakota West again taking the field. They are going to lead this offense, hopefully, to another scoring drive for them, and they're already inside the 45. Why not? Going to go back to an all too familiar look. A delayed handoff up the middle. Caleb Rex fights and gets pinned down at the 50.
What I like about the San Diego offense is you're not seeing a lot of exotic formations. I mean, they're coming at you with 21 sets. They're coming at you with 3 wide. They're very effective. They're not going empty that much, and whatever they put on the field, they find a way to move down the field.
Absolutely. You see another run up the middle. Richard Powers fighting for what he can, making it third and pretty manageable now.
Yeah, definitely manageable, and definitely turning up the heat there for the Anchorage defense. I like it when they send multiple blitzers in. They've tried it with a single blitzer, and they've been getting picked up by that offensive line. They got to dial it up and try to do something to upset the apple cart.
The opposite eye, again, a run up the middle. Rex has just stopped. Zachary Babineau coming up with a huge stop as the clock churns down in the third.
We've been saying Babineau's name a lot tonight, DJ. And the reason why is he's smart. He knows he can read the play before the snap, and he's got great closing speed.
That one's going to be a run. They go for it, and to avail, giving the look to Richard Powers, who pushes forward for the first down, pushing them further into the opposing field position, as that is going to be the end of your third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. It is a one-possession game. This one could go either way.
Yeah, definitely either way, and the pressure is on for that Anchorage defense. They've been, the San Diego's been having their way there on those short down runs. They got to do something to shut it down.
Sure do. If you keep letting them get away with it, I mean, they'll get 10 in 3 attempts every time. Throw your fours up in the chat as we hit this fourth quarter. You see a pitch to the outside, a devastating stiff arm from Rex, and stays in bounds. Wow. I mean, not a huge impact as there's still about 10 minutes, but any time off the clock while you're ahead is a good time off the clock.
Yeah, I think he stiff-armed
Bobby Green. Yep.
Yeah, Bobby Green. That's impressive.
Sure is. A devastating tackler. Having enough strength to be able to hold him at bay is definitely impressive. Anchorage has to make a stop here. Any points for San Diego would be devastating, making it a 2-possession game. As a huge connection to the left side of the field. Number 10 making a mark on this one. It's Westbrook who pulls that in along the left-hand side.
Yeah, that is a huge catch there, and tightly covered. I don't hate the coverage there. It's just such an accurate pass there by West.
Yeah, sure was. The West to Westbrook connection. Something to write home about, as they're just short of the 5. West under center. Hands that one off to the left-hand side, and Caleb Rex untouched into the end zone. The Sky King able to punch in another one, making it a 2-touchdown game.
Was that his third touchdown? Fourth?
I think it might be his second or third. One of the two.
He is just money in the red zone when he gets the ball, especially on those outside runs. Yeah, Anchorage does not have an answer for it.
Yeah, I mean he hit the royal flush. He got paid out, and in this game, we've certainly seen that to full effect. He's been all over the place. Kick is up. The kick is good. Extending that 1-possession lead into a 2. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wanted to hear from and get to know the young stars of the SFLm and the future stars of tomorrow in the SFL? Well, now you have the chance. The SFLm has a new show called Fresh Faces of the SFLm, brought to you by yours truly. It airs weekly on Twitch, where you can hear from, listen, and ask questions to the young, fresh faces of the SFLm. Come in anytime and ask questions as much as you'd like. We'd love to have you. This week, we'll be having Josh Gint, the SFLm sole kicker, on the show.
I've had a chance to listen to it. It's definitely worth the watch.
Oh, you're too kind. Anchorage needs something to go for them now. Just under 9 minutes to play left in the game as the clock ticks to 0. They get the snap off. Pajak attacks that left side of the field again. Hightower able to pull it in. They were so dominant attacking that left side of the field early on in this game, and now they're going back to it.
Yeah, they're attacking it, but it's they've got defenders there, 3 defenders in that area, so you got to get rid of the ball quickly, and it has to be laser perfect.
They sure do. A lot of defenders in the area, but Pajak able to rifle that one in very accurately. Another pitch this time to 32. Not going anywhere. That's Michael Wiley. Don't see him getting a lot of touches, but does there.
And coming in as the halfbacks get a little rest, and breaks off 2.
Sure does. Not an awful run from your third string running back. As we're going to see one up the gut now this time. The big boys are back into play. The big boy in question this time was John Osmosis. Gets down just past the line of scrimmage, or just at it, I should say, keeping it at an 8 down and distance scenario. 3rd and 8 this time. As you have a dime look here for San Diego, certainly expecting the pass, as is everyone in the arena, I'm sure. 5-step drop from Pajak. Attacks the middle of the field. No luck. That one is going to get batted down by a San Diego defender. It was number 45, Eaton Moss, who got a hand on it.
Yeah, then, Moss just cut off the passing lane. There wasn't a lot of opportunity there to put any touch on the ball. It had to be, a cannon into a very tight space. Moss cut it off and was able to, deflect the pass.
Oh, we're going to see an injury. That's 79 for San Diego going down. That's Kenny Nixon. Yeah. Their backup defensive ends. And San Diego now having the ball. And, of course, with their rush attack, you're going to see a lot of time get chewed off of the clock as this game rolls to a close. If it does, still a lot of time left to be played. 2-possession game, however, is scary for Anchorage. A pitch to the left-hand side and a dirty stiff arm. Caleb Rex gets 10 on the run.
I mean, why not just hand it off to him and just eat up the clock? They haven't figured out a way to stop him on that, especially out there on those pitch and outside runs.
They sure haven't, but we will see a challenge from Anchorage. Not sure I agree with it, because if you lose a timeout, which, if you're going to come back in this one, will be crucial later.
Especially where the ball's positioned. I mean, they still have a ways to go down the field. It's questionable.
Yeah, and it's going to be 2nd and inches. I mean, at the 2nd and 1. I mean, he definitely looked short, but the risk isn't there. Let's see. I mean, yeah, way short. They got some Boston refs in the house tonight, clearly. Just so you know, Charles, we hate Boston refs around here. Kind of a tradition. I see we as a collective, it's really just me.
Well, there you go.
2nd one now. Dakota West going to lead the troops back onto the field after now that you look back at it, well-called challenge for Anchorage. They keep their timeout and they push Dakota West in this offense to 2nd and 1, which won't be hard for them to convert, I can imagine. See a trap play up the middle, and they make me eat my words as they stop them. 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can convert now.
Yeah, Bobby Green brought him down, and I looked at that stat line there for Caleb Rex, and I thought, he was at like 90. I thought he had a heck of a lot more yardage and maybe an extra touchdown, but the way he's playing it really looks like he's taking control of the game.
For sure. That one going to be a pitch. Another very well-designed play. Richard Powers gets ahead of the sticks. Bobby Green meets him on that outside, but not soon enough to keep him behind the first down marker.
I mean, he gets to that edge so quickly, and
Yep.
just not enough reaction time there by the Anchorage defenders.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to react that quickly. I mean, they did really well uh, stopping the pitch early on, but now it's started to eat away at them. Another pitch this time, and tries to catch it inside and cut up field, but that one tackled what looked like behind the line, but they'll give it to him back at the line.
And now we're looking at the point of the game where Anchorage has to rely on some turnovers, and somehow they need to disrupt this game and have the ball bounce in their favor.
Oh, Dakota West going to take off. Just tries to spin past the defender. It gets brought down 3 yards of the first down marker. They're going to take the field back.
Got to stop them here.
They sure do. If they don't, things could start getting out of hand. We bring an extra person into the box. Looks like an 8-man box here. Going to be a handoff to the right-hand side. Rex untouched past the sticks.
All night. He's been doing that all night.
Sure has. They've really started to master these stretch runs is really what's getting Anchorage. I feel like every time they do a handoff to the outside, it's dominant.
And you've been doing it where there wasn't any wide receivers on the side, and then you're running it to the strong side. And when they do run to the strong side, the wide receivers are really doing a good job blocking.
For sure. Goose Busters hauls it in now. And a situation you often look at when a team runs the ball this often is, hey, all we have to do is force them to throw. That's not the case right now because Dakota West, keep in mind, was perfect through the first quarter and has looked even greater, I'd argue, going through the game. Going to run it again there. Caleb Rex, my goodness, unstoppable. 3rd and 1 now.
It looks like he was going to be brought down for maybe a yard, 2 yards, and was able to, bring it up to 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, like you said. Let's see if they do another one of these outside handoffs. They're going to split the defensive line, leaving a big gap in the middle. Maybe an audible to run it up the middle from San Diego. Wouldn't be a bad call. The pitch, though. Richard Powers fights and fights, but only gets back to the line of scrimmage. I'm curious. Maybe they go for this. I would like to see them do it. All they need is one. They won't. They're a lot smarter than I. They'll punt.
Yeah, big tackle there by Gasca. But now, let's see, the offense of Anchorage, the running game has got to be taken out. It's pure passing at this point, and they're throwing into a meat grinder, man. That secondary of San Diego's been playing lights out all game.
They sure have. And again, Elliott Pope Jr., no fear in his heart, not a single ounce of it, catches that and then gets leveled.
Unbelievable. I would never. I would never want to do that.
So that's why I play defense. I get to hit people rather than get hit. I don't want to get hit.
I would fair catch signal before the ball, before they even kick the ball.
You're like, hey ref, this is going to be a fair catch.
Yep, I tell them I'm fair catching this sucker.
Let's see some motion on the line. Singh makes his way to the left. And again, shooting it to the left side. It's Hightower again, catching that one. Genkel was the one in coverage, and you can see the soft coverage being played by the corners now. Pajak shoots that one to the right side, starting to switch it up a little bit now as the offense goes into hurry up. That one was Kevin Parker. Again, the quads look two to each side, coming back. Pajak over the middle, starting to fire on all cylinders. That one is Pope who hauls it in, and you're now inside the 35. Don't stop now. Pajak, 3 steps, fires. That's finally incomplete after an attempt at Bobby Tarantino.
Yeah, I mean I guess the good news is they get a stop in the action, and they can kind of reset and figure out what they need to do to get it in the end zone. I don't know if that play set was enough.
Yeah, I didn't have too many looks out of it. Clearly, it looked like similar plays ran from it. Offset single back here results in a pass over the middle. That one very dangerous. Hit Eaton Moss in the chest. Seemed like he wasn't even ready for it.
It hit the defender and touched every part of his jersey before it hit the ground.
Yeah, rolled across his body like a what do they call those things? Lint roller, like a,
There you
a
go.
lint roller across his jersey, and then fell to the turf. 3rd and 10 now for Page Jack in these Wolves. You got to convert here. Just go back to what you were doing previously. I mean, they were connecting for a while there without fail. So now go trips to the bottom side of your screen. Pajak, 5-step drop, attacks the right side, almost picked off by Ness Genkel, dare I say. Kevin Parker unable to pull that one in off the tip.
The secondary of San Diego, they're just closing off the passing lanes. And, you know, they got to go for it here, but I don't think they need to go for they just need to go right for the change. Don't try and go
Don't go for it all. Completely agree with you there, Charles. Empty look. 4 blitzing for San Diego. They bring a corner, however, and that one just overthrown to the right-hand side. The pressure got to Pajak. Overthrow on that pass. 3 minutes and some change as the ball goes back into San Diego's favor. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the last change of possession we see.
Yeah, threw it right into the, you know, it looked like there were 10 defenders there. There was only 4,
Yeah.
but enough to, you know,
Felt
keep
like
that catch from being uncatchable, that pass from being uncatchable. And the San Diego defense all night, secondary especially, been playing exemplary.
We sure have. Now let's go back to this run attack. Maybe going to see another pitch here for San Diego. We won't. We'll see that stretch run they've been going back to, and it works again. Calum Rex, stay in bounds. Young man doesn't even have to try to go out. Slips it past the defenders on the sideline, fights for extra yardage, and keeps the clock going.
That right there is an example of, obviously, not to take anything away from the Aces there, excellent execution in their pass run offense, excuse me, their run offense. But I think the the Anchorage defense is gassed. I
Yeah,
mean,
I completely
they weren't
agree.
able to close down that edge at all, and just that was just, you know, showing you that they've been on the field a lot, and
Yep.
man, they need some oxygen.
Yeah, they sure do. Calum Rex has been running all over the field. 100, 1, 2, 3 in his rushing stat total. As Richard Powers looks to get the look in the backfield. Offset eye. A 4-3 look for Anchorage. They're expecting the run. They know it's coming. A trap run, or a counter, excuse me, to the right-hand side. That was Powers who got the look. Brought down by Ellis after a very short gain.
Yeah, you know, San Diego's in the driver's seat. Just keep handing it off to the Stallions, Rex and Powers
Yep.
and Duncan if you want, and you know, you've got a W.
Yeah, it's if they keep this up and stay ahead of the sticks, it's all for naught. Nickel look here for Anchorage as you motion a receiver across the formation. Belmont will follow. Looks like man coverage for this Anchorage defense, but we're expecting a run anyway. We will see a run, a pitch to the outside. Rex barrels over the aforementioned Eric Belmont before getting brought down.
You know, that just you know, it's just a clock game right now, and you know, Anchorage has to do something to try and get a turnover here. I mean, just letting them run it out is not going to be the answer.
Yeah, gotta fight for the ball, gotta punch at the ball, rip it out, anything you can do now. Dakota West surveys. We know what's coming. Motion out, goose slightly to the bottom of your screen. Time ticks away and you hand it off to the left-hand side. Calum stiff arms a man and gets brought down inbounds. Timeout, Anchorage.
I think, my friend, I think that was the nail in the coffin. I mean, that was they got a first down, and they're just able to milk it from this point.
They sure can. A few more runs will seal the deal. Just got to milk those final timeouts for Anchorage. Going to see some motion. Yeah, like you mentioned, a lot of motion here tonight, even in running scenarios. I really like it. Let's see if they'll go to a pitch to that side. They will. Belmont again gets leveled by Rex. He needs to file a lawsuit after this game for, I don't know, something. Find something.
He needs to get a couple Tylenol in his body.
Oh, man. Tylenol, anything you can get. You need an ice pack. getting the ice bath after
Sorry, we're
another
not
offset.
sponsored. They're not sponsoring
Yeah,
us, so
sure
let's
aren't.
just say ibuprofen.
Yeah, there you go. Time ticks away as we see a stretch run again. Caleb Rex makes his way 3 yards short of that first down marker. Probably going to see one more run, and then either a field goal or victory formation, I'd imagine. But they
Yeah,
will
great
let
position
plenty of
for
time go.
San Diego to be in. And we talked about how tough they are at home, and
Yep.
wow, this is a great example of it. They just, especially in the secondary on defense and the running game on offense, I mean, top notch.
Yep. One thing they like to say in San Diego, the house always wins. We're
That's
seeing that
right.
again, as they surely will. That rushing play should have been blown up, but Powers fights ahead. 4th and 1 now. Belmont is the one to bring him down. If you're me, I know I've said this probably 15 times tonight. I'd go for this. You get the first down. You completely seal the game if you do. You don't have to worry about the nonsense of a kickoff or a field goal. You just keep running the ball. But they have more class than me. They're going to kick it.
I mean, they're going to get 31 points on board and
Yep.
add to their differential.
Yeah, they sure will. If it is good, that is. And it is. Josh Gint continues his fantastic season and stays perfect, I believe, as the season continues. A long of 50 for him, been sensational again. If you want to hear more from Josh Gint, check out Fresh Faces this Sunday, where he will be answering all sorts of questions on the show. The first kicker I'll have on, and there's not a lot of kickers in the league, so it'll be nice to hear from him.
You can ask any tough questions.
Oh, we might have to think some up. But always tough question. Always. Like would you rather have lobster hands or a snake tongue? What do you think,
Oh,
Charles?
wow, okay.
What do you think?
Probably
But the
a
snake doesn't bite you, only other people.
Lobster hands, I can't type on my keyboard.
It's true. It's a good point. But you lose taste forever.
Well, I know. Do you?
Yep.
Snakes don't have taste?
Oh, the snake will taste it, you won't.
Oh, the snake tongue, though, I think it can also pick up changes in air pressure, too. And
It's like a superpower. I love that. That's a great answer. Gonna see some hurry up. Elliott Pope getting involved at the end of this one. Don't spike it. Throw another pass. They do spike it. We're gonna huddle up again and go
That's
for
some kind
another
of arm
play.
Payjack has.
Yeah, let's see it. Cut this lead to 10. Why don't you, Payjack? That Polish rifle, polish it and bring it out to play.
See what kind of caliber it is.
Let's see.
It needs to be a 50 caliber.
It sure does at this point. 3 to the bottom of your screen and a single back in your backfield. Payjack runs back, fires it, and it's caught by Kevin Parker. Yeah, up to the other side of the field. A great little throw. Shows off the arm strength a little bit. Flexes for the ladies in the crowd, but not going to do much at the end of the day.
Yeah, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Not the best day for Payjack there, but, again, credit to the secondary of San Diego.
Yeah, absolutely. They showed out in all of the ways they needed to. Anchorage is going to get defeated by the San Diego Aces, who, again, win at home. The house always wins. 31-14. A great game for the Aces. And the Anchorage Wolves just not looking like themselves. Charles, you got any players of the game or anything you'd like to add?
Well, obviously the secondary, they get the entire secondary gets a game ball, but started off with Dakota West. He set the tone of the offense starting out. He was 8 for 8, and at the end of the game, Caleb Rex just kind of came in and put the mantle on his shoulders and was able to get in the end zone and just pretty much run at will, and had that 17-7 pace for offense, and Just, I think I would give out 2 balls on offense, one to West and one to Caleb Rex.
I mean, it's not something you can often say. Everyone in this game looked good. Dakota West,
Yep.
14 for 17. Caleb Rex, about 150 and some touchdowns. The defense, phenomenal. I mean, all facets of your game just performed at a high level. And San Diego improves their record to 3-4, while Anchorage falls to 4-3. Birmingham now atop of going to be second in the league. San Jose stays at the top of the league at 6-1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this Thursday evening. This has been the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. San Diego wins 31 over the Anchorage Wolves with a score of 14. I've been DJ Kilgannon. Joined with me has been Charles Doherty. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.